everybody, it's Joey and I'm here with a vlog kind of thing. I'm a bit foggy today and my pain is high, but I want to do a video because I want to update everybody about the ESA and pain and things. Brain really not working today. I had another fall today. Luckily B was home, so I was up off the floor quite quickly. I had another one yesterday and the day before that, where I intend to stay on the floor for quite a while because B was out. It's getting to the point where we're worried about leaving me alone. I'm not really left alone that much anyway because I need 24-hour care, so but obviously B has to do things like go to the shops, and she also does some care for her grandma, so she goes down on Thursdays, but she's only about 10 minutes phone call away. It's just that unfortunately that 10 minutes is quite difficult when you're lying on the floor and you can't move and you're in a lot of pain. I've had some difficulties with the council and ESA and stuff like that. I phoned the DWP, I went to my ESA interview and I was told that I'd be back to work within a few months, and that was really upsetting because I'm nowhere near well enough to go back to work. So then I was going to appeal the decision, and I got in touch with my MP and he was really helpful. He arranged for the DWP to extend the deadline so that I could appeal. While I couldn't meet that deadline because I couldn't get an appointment with the advocacy service I was going to use, he also arranged for them to extend that deadline. He was really good. He's a Conservative MP called Robert Buckland, and he was really good. He's been really good and helpful, and made it very clear that he felt that the welfare reform was needed, but that it was supposed to protect people like me, not hurt them, which I thought was, he responded quickly. Other friends of mine emailed him on my behalf and he responded to them as well, even though they were out of his constituency, so I was really pleased with how he acted. I phoned the DWP in the end to get a statement of reason and was sort of like put around the houses, and then they said that they didn't know why my advisor had told me that I'd be back to work in a few months, because as far as they were concerned I hadn't had a medical, and therefore it was going to be at least 12 months until I went back to work, at which point I would be reassessed and have another medical, or have a medical, and they would then make a decision from there. So it was really upsetting, but it was just such a big relief when he said that. And so I phoned back, I asked for it in writing, but I phoned back the next day because my mum had said that maybe he was the one who got it wrong and it was actually the advisor who got it right, and that kind of sent me into a bit of an anxious worry ball. So I phoned back the next day and I got somebody else and they basically confirmed what he said. So having heard from two people against one person, I kind of believed the two. I had to go for a work programme interview thing, and they said they wanted me to go in person, and they sent me a letter that said it was a telephone interview, so I spent ages trying to get hold of them, and everyone I spoke to either didn't know who I was, didn't know what it was about, or and then said, oh no, it's a phone, or no, it's a thing, and no one could give me a yes or no. And because it was at 3 o'clock, we have to pick Darla up, we have to leave here at 2:30 to get to Darla for 3 and bring her home. And so it was a case of, if I have to be there at 3, then I'm going to have to pick her up early and bring her with me. But no one would confirm it, and then I finally got through to somebody who said that they would make it a telephone interview, and then nobody called. And the letter said that if I did not attend, I would lose my benefit, basically. So I was panicking, so I phoned them, and they said, oh no, you were supposed to attend in person, and I'm thinking, crap, I'm going to lose my benefit, and it wasn't my fault. And so I told them what I'd been told, and they said they'd get someone to call me at 4 o'clock on my mobile, and nobody called, and so I'm really panicking, and I speak to someone at 4:30, and so I phoned back and said, look, nobody's called, it's going to be the end of the weekday soon, and I don't want to go through the weekend panicking that I've lost my benefit. And she basically told me to calm down. She said, first of all, it wasn't mandatory and it's not going to affect my benefit. It was basically a voluntary thing. I said the job centre told me it was mandatory, and she said, yes, we know, they tell everybody that, but it's not. It's not, you haven't been mandatory put there, your benefit will not be affected. It's just an information session where you can make the choice to either go down the work program route or down the job centre route. I mean, she basically said that the job centre don't really know what they're doing. I won't say who it was or anything else like that, because I don't want her to get in trouble. Because of that, I decided I'm going to go with them. They can offer me things like confidence building, pain management, stuff that I haven't really tried. I've tried pretty much everything the NHS has to offer, so it'd probably be alternative therapies, but, you know, give anything a go once. I know nobody's going to cure me, so, you know, if they say to me, oh, this will cure you, I'll be like, okay, not doing that. But, yeah, so that's that side of it. And we've had some problems with our water heater was leaking, and we had the council come out, and they were like, oh, right, we'll get it fixed. And then a guy came out yesterday, was here like 2 minutes, and it was fixed. And then when we came down this morning, the thingy radiator in my front room, it was leaking. But we didn't realise it was that. We thought it was cat pee on the floor, so we cleared that up. Then there was another puddle, so we cleared that up. And I fell, and when I went to get up, there was another puddle, and we checked, and it was the radiator. So we told the council that, and they said, oh, it's not an emergency. And I'm like, there's water everywhere. I can't walk without slipping over. You know, I'm going to fall again and break something. And they're like, oh, it's not an emergency for 24 hours. And I'm like, no, it's an emergency. And they're like, oh, can you not stop it? I said, no, I can't stop it. It's not, I can't put anything underneath it because it's too low. I can't put a towel under it because the towel soaks up in a few minutes. And they were like, oh, you know, if it's not an emergency, we'll charge you. And I'm like, it's an emergency. So now I'm really worried and anxious that the guy's been, and he's fixed it. It just needed tightening. But the towel was soaking wet, and you could see that it was soaking wet. So I'm just hoping that they won't charge me for that, because I really can't cope with extra money. On the pain side of things, I'm relapsing and flaring at the same time for some reason. I'm sleeping like 16, 18 hours a day, and I'm still really tired. My pain levels are up. My brain is really foggy. I'm falling more often. The dizziness is getting worse. On top of that, I'm having to change my GP, because the GP I did have was just retired, and so now the practice has a new main GP, but it's also got loads and loads of locums, and so I can't decide whether it would be better to stay and hope this new GP is good, or go somewhere else and hope they don't kick up a fuss about the ME and Fibro diagnosis and the medication that goes with that, because if they do, then I'm beyond screwed, because I need the medication that I'm on. I can't have it. If it's fiddled with, then it could make me relapse worse or put me in a lot of pain. I can't deal with that. But at the same time, I've got an appointment on Thursday at 2:30 to see my GP, and hopefully they'll be able to sort out my pain management, because since I fractured my pelvis, my pain has been a lot worse. I don't know whether it's just the pelvis is slow in healing, but they did an x-ray recently and said that it is healing, so it is healing, and I don't know. I do know that I need something. I need a break. I need good pain management, and I'm not getting that right now, and I don't want to go up on my drugs, because I don't like the way they make me feel. I mean, yes, they help the pain sometimes, but I don't like being so dependent on them. I don't like having to take them. I don't like the foggy, horrible feeling that comes with them. I don't like the nausea that comes with them. I don't like the side effects. I don't like the fact that if I miss a dose, I get really bad withdrawal symptoms. I just don't like it. I want to switch to a different medication and try that and see if that works. I was on fentanyl patches when I had my fractured pelvis, and they seem to work. I think they'd have to be a bit higher dose than what I was on, because I was on them as well as my slow release morphine and stuff like that. So I know I don't want to switch my breakthrough meds, I just want to switch my long-term ones that go over the day. Oh, come on brain, think. Slow release meds, I don't want to switch that. I want to switch those. I don't want to switch the tablets unless they know of a tablet that will work better alongside maybe a patch or something. Anyway, I can't remember if I had anything else to talk about, but I hope not. So I wish you all spoons and a good day. Thanks for watching. Bye.